The Bombers are fine, though. I mean, like Bryson with 4 par 5s. Anytime I can get 4 par 5s with Bryson, I'll take Bryson still. I'll take my chances. But
all right, Big T. We got Uncle T giving out JT at 20-1.
I'm doubling down with TNT. I'm taking JT at 20-1. I don't even care that we like the same dude. I don't even care. I'm doubling down. TNT effect. We're gonna both take JT at 20-1. I gotta find something in the mid range here. Let's see.
What do you like in that area? Corey Connors.
Yeah,
I'll take Burns. You take Connors.
Yeah, definitely. I want Connors. I'm taking Sergio at 80-1 for my mid range. Harmon's 225-1. Dylan Smith just made fun of me. Sergio, yeah, he's 80-1. Dylan Smith, stop. Chris Myers says Big T is going to take advantage of himself tonight. That is not true either. The wife is waiting for me. I guarantee that. So stop.
Yeah, wife's waiting for you.
She text me during the show asking me when I'm coming up. So stop.
Merry Christmas from the Wishbone old fucks. Want to thank Big T and all the giblets and time we spent on the workbench with the ladies this past year, even though 2020 sucks. Carson Wentz sucks. Not a top 5 quarterback. Might not even have a fucking job next year. Our dicks are big, and next year, we're looking for better things and more workbench time. Listen, when you're talking about the workbench, you better be fucking eating ass, licking clit all day, twice on Sunday. Let's fucking go. Ready to roll, ready to roll, ready to roll. And listen, Big T, Big T, keep running pure, and Wentz sucks ass.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday show. We're in fucking shambles here. I mean, I got to put my Showdown course up. Big T's lost. I don't know. He's going to find his way back. He's at Hoops Lake House. So, I mean, it's probably a very nice lake house, and he's trying to navigate through it all. He had to get his Wi-Fi set up or whatever. So he'll be here in a second. But, hey, what's going on, guys? Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You know what it is, the Wednesday show. We bring you all the winners, PGA winners for the U.S. Open today. We got Uncle T. We got Big T. The Knee House boys are bringing the winners. Uncle T, we'll start with you in the one hole. What's going on, brother?
Good to be back in the one hole, and it's good to be back on a major show, golf show with you two guys. Again, we've had some good mojo on this show the last couple months, and again, I think we picked a lot of winners. Big T, obviously, at the Players a couple months ago had the big hit, but the other tournaments, I think we've done a really good job of giving the people, a pretty good, way to go as far as building their teams, and we're going to do the same thing tonight. Next, hour and a half or so, right? So, but no, it's good to be back with you guys. We got a nice tournament this week. The U.S. Open is always my favorite of the majors because, usually 15, 20 under, like some of these tournaments, is not going to win this week. It's going to be a tougher test of golf. Par is a good score. And for me, I like that type of golf as far as being a big golf guy like I am. I love watching these guys struggle. And it's not, they're the best players in the world. And I think when they make birdie, I think they earn birdie. You know what I mean? So, again, we'll get into more of the, the core stuff in the picks, but I'll let Big T, now that he's back on set, we'll let Big T get in here.
Yeah, and please, Big T will welcome you to the Wednesday show. And you're at a different location. You're a little discombobulated here. You're not normally at your 3-screen setup and your normal desk position. You're at the lake house.
Okay. You need a
I got people talking to me on FaceTime in the background. I got it all going on right now. Look at this, dude. Let me see. I mean, I got people talking to me on FaceTime. I mean, we got it all going on. But the good news is, I got Hoop right here with me. We're gonna pick winners.
That's it. That's what we do here on the Wednesday.
That's all that matters, right? It doesn't matter how you get there as long as you pick the winners.
Nope, that's for sure. And guys, if you have some questions too, as we go through and we go through the whole field, we'll take some questions as we roll along through. But you guys know how we're going to do it. We're going to take you guys through top to bottom, starting with the studs at the top, work our way through each pricing range. Again, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, as this show is for free. We would appreciate that thumbs up. But yeah, so US Open, Uncle T, before we get into the players in the field and the pricing, the top studs, if you want to take us through a little bit of overall strategy for today's US Open.
Yeah. Again, just a quick kind of recap of the course. Obviously, as most already know clearly by now on Wednesday late here, this is the same venue, Torrey Pines, out in San Diego, where they played the Farmers Insurance Open or whatever they call it back in January. It's the same course. However, it's definitely a different setup. It's set up like a U.S. Open. It was par 72 earlier in the year. They changed hole number 6 from a par 5 to a par 4. So it'll be a par 71 as far as this week goes. There's long par 3s, very long, I think 5 or 6 par 4s that are 450 or between 450 and 500. So it is a long track. The fairways are kind of thin. So we'll get into our strategy on, attacking this rough. I mean, the rough is, I was telling JSU off the air while we were waiting on Big T, they showed the watering yesterday of the course. The watering didn't go onto the course. It went into the rough. They are trying to get that rough up as much as they can. So, but as far as that goes, and then the recap or just kind of a thing on the course itself or the tournament itself, I think, when we get into our 10K and above here right off the offset, I think it's going to really dictate clearly, like most weeks, on the direction that we go. There's a lot of good plays up here, and we can really make a case for each one of them as far as playing them. But we're not going to do that here. We're not going to give you every single play, and we're going to make some stands, and it's going to be fun.
That's right. Big T, swinging on over to you. I mean, besides the fact that you've been chuckling this entire time, what do you have for us? Any strategy? I mean, you've won a Millie Maker already this year, so you know how to handle. We got multi-Millie Makers on DraftKings. You know how to handle these big tournaments. How are you going about attacking these tournaments this week?
Yeah, I mean, just like always, same strategy we always do. We're going to narrow the player pool. We're going to go with guys we like. We're going to get double and triple the field. The guys, even the high-owned guys like Xander, people like that, we're just going to, if we like them, we're going to go way above the field. We're going to try to get, what is there, 160 or something in the field this week, maybe a little less. But we're going to get it down to, 30 to 40 guys that we like, and we're going to go with it. We're going to take our chances, and I think we're going to help a lot because the one thing I did do today, I had a crazy day driving here to Hoops Lake House. I did have time to get dialed in a little bit with that spreadsheet I posted on the site. And if you haven't seen that spreadsheet and you're a member at Run Pure, we posted the link in there. It's got all the past U.S. Open results, the Torrey results, the odds, some matchups, some notes that I added. And I'm going to keep adding as the night goes. As me and Hoop have some drinks and add some notes to this sheet, we're going to keep adding it all night. So I'm ready to pick some winners.
I'm sorry. So Big T has been working really hard on this sheet all week. And he had this sheet up on Monday, I think it was, which astonished me because he never looks at a golf slate on a Monday. So the fact that he did this sheet for the members on a Monday, I was pretty astonished. But Big T, I'm sorry. I pulled up these notes today and I pulled it up and the first thing I saw was Shane Lowry in the note you put for Shane Lowry. Do you know what it is off the top of your head?
I do not, but I'm guessing it had something to do with being fat.
It just says fat.
That's all it says. Oh, there's just
That's
fat.
all it says.
So I'm listening to Snyder and these guys on the Tuesday show. Snyder had his pants off talking about Shane Lowry. I mean, this dude was stroking his salami to Shane Lowry. Come on, Snyder.
I mean, I'm telling you, I mean, this is the stuff that you don't get at other sites that you're going to get here at RPS. I mean, this is what winners do. This is how you pick winners. We're not going to bring you through all the notes because if you want to be a member and you want to get the full, notes in the entire, awesome actually setup where Big T kind of, I'm pretty sure it's what, course history and recent performance or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little cheat sheet. I mean, anything you could want, just nothing crazy, just normal stuff. Nice, easy to view sheet. I like it. It's what I like.
Yeah, it's simplistic, right, Tony? It's perfect.
No,
it's just
no
like
crazy
that.
tee to green, putting on what's the grass called this week? The freaking
Atlanta.
No, what's the in the rough? What are they calling it?
Oh God, I don't know.
Oh, the Marine Laird rough or something?
No, it starts with a K, I think, like Kahlua or whatever it is. Someone in chat.
Kikuyu.
Yeah, I mean, none of that's in the sheet, but the rest of the winners are on the sheet.
The fact that you were even close to that, Tony, that's not good. The fact that you were even close to giving the correct green name, you're listening to Snyder way too much right now.
Snyder picks winners. I mean, the dude's picked 9 champions this year. I mean, besides the fact that he thinks Morikawa's better than Bryson, he's right about a lot of stuff.
Sorry, my phone just went off. So, yeah, Snyder has picked winners. And if you want those winners, Snyder does an article every week over at RPS. The dude crushes, especially just the betting winners. I mean, he's all over it. So we poke fun at Snyder, but the dude knows his stuff. He definitely knows his golf. So if you want those winners, make sure you get over to RPS. We still have the code right now, RPS Heater 25. If you want 25% off your first month's payment, get over to Rumpier Sports using the code RPS Heater 25. All right, boys. I think that'll do it. Let's get into this. Let's get into this field here. Start at the top. Like I said, we'll work our way down. If you guys got any questions as we go, obviously you can just throw them right in the chat. But yeah, I got to pull this pricing up here. Let's see. All right, so let's start at the top. We got John Rahm sitting at 11-2. Jordan Spieth, 10-9. Dustin Johnson, 10-7. Bryson DeChambeau, 10-4. Brooks Koepka at 10-1 to round out the 10 and 11K range. And Uncle T, seeing as you're in the one hole, we'll start with you, sir. What are you looking at here? Who are your top 2 plays in this range, and who is your fade?
Yeah, again, it's like most tournaments, especially the week of a major. This is where we got to get things done right off the go and make some stands. And Rahm obviously coming off of the disappointment of not playing the last round of the Memorial, obviously 2 weeks ago. He is back, and he is the highest priced guy at 11-2. He will be the decision point for me. I'm hoping by the time we get done talking here, I can decide. For right now, let me go down a fade for me. The fades for me will be Jordan Spieth. He hasn't had good course history here. He doesn't hit it straight off the tee. So, those are 2 big components for me this week. You have to put the ball for the most part in the fairways. If you don't put it in the fairways, you got to hit it long enough, which we'll get to Bryson here in a minute, to where you can still get it out of this heavy rough. Bryson's one of the few that can get it out of there. But before we get to him, Jordan Spieth, like I said, I think there's a reason why he struggled here in the past. And again, his off the tee game, if he could hit the ball straight this week and get it in the fairway, I think Jordan can contend because his middle game and his putting is very good. So, but I will be fading Jordan Spieth, and I'll be fading Dustin Johnson. I know last week people were trying to make a case because he finished T10 at the at Congaree there at the Palmetto. I can't put a whole lot of stock in the number 1 player in the world playing last week in a really, really watered down field and getting a T10 and feeling good about himself. So I can't pay, 10-7 for DJ right now. Bryson, I'll definitely be on. Again, we've had this, discussion numerous times on and off the air with Snyder and members. people think that the U.S. Open, just because it's got rough, or another tournament just because it's got rough and Bryson doesn't hit fairways, they think that the course doesn't set up for him. And that there's nothing that could be further from the truth, in my opinion, because he's one of the few guys that if he gets it out there far enough and he's hitting it 30, 40 yards past these guys into the rough, he's one of the few that is going to be able to bomb and gouge it out of that rough because of his strength and get it on the greens where he's a really good putter. So I really don't buy that argument that, oh, the rough's 3 or 4 inches and he's going to hit it in there and he's going to struggle. 60 to 70% of this field is going to struggle hitting fairways most of the weekend. So again, just to kind of put a cap, I know Big T's got his comments on Bryson, so I won't, kind of go any more into that, but I'll be on Bryson. My big decision point is going to be Brooks at 10-1 and just below him a couple $100 less with Rory McIlroy. I like Rory. I think he is in a similar situation, and I'll go ahead and group him in if I can, because again, it's going to definitely speak to my decision making. I think it's a similar situation a couple weeks ago at Quail Hollow when he was priced down because no one was on him. And I think he's priced down now, and I don't get it because he's got good course history. The course sets up nicely for him. So for me, I like Rory, and even a step further, JT at the Players when he was priced down to 98, 9,900 when we were on him and he won. So I'm going to go probably Rahm and Bryson and probably Rory. I'm going to play 3 of these guys, 9,900 and above.
All right. Like that, Big T, let's bring it over to you here. And, we're obviously going to start in this top range. We got to start by talking about Bryson because you're always a Bryson backer, and I assume you're going to back him here once again. Am I wrong?
I mean, we got to address some of the chat people first. The one dude said, I'm muted. No, I wasn't talking on the thing. I'm talking. There's 100 people running around in here. I was talking to them. So, and also, yeah, it's a White Claw. I'm drinking a White Claw. The wife just went to the liquor store to get us supplied for the night. Don't you worry about it if I'm drinking a White Claw. It's going down good, and it's not empty either.
My favorite comment, I think was, where is it? I'm trying to find it right now. Cody Rogers, White Claws are for guys that do gymnastics. Now, speaking as a guy who used to do gymnastics, I would not drink a fucking White Claw ever. Never had one, never will. So that is incorrect.
Water. Stop. Where's your water at? Show us the water.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee. That's right. Winners in coffee. All right. That's how we do it here on the Wednesday show.
No, we win millions when you drink.
No, wait a second. The time you won the million, I didn't drink that show. Uncle T, you could confirm this. I wasn't drinking that show that Big T ended up winning the million.
No, that was before. No, that was the show that we did at the very next one when you lost the bet. That's
right. See, I lost the bet and then I had to drink. I was drinking coffee that show. Big T, you're winning a milli this week. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Woo! I love it. See, coffee breeds winners, people. All right. Now, yeah.
I mean, I'm getting harassed in the chat. I'm not happy. White Claw, that's weak. By the end of this show, I promise the wife will be back with the alcohol. I'll have a different drink by the time this thing's over. This is just we already had drinks at dinner. Now, I mean, don't worry about it. By the end of this show, we'll be back. Let's get back to the top range. Top range is easy for me because Rahm at the top, I mean, you can always play Rahm. He's got great history at Torrey. He's just the top guy, the safest guy right now. 11-2, you can always play Rahm for sure. Definitely going to play some Rahm. Spieth is just as easy of a fade. I mean, the course is terrible for Spieth. It's long. He's going to have to hit it straight. He's going to be hitting his freaking foul balls like he always does. Spieth is a terrible play, so I'm not going to play him. DJ just hasn't looked right, so there's no way I'm going to play D. Even last week he top 10, but he just didn't. He didn't look good to me. I mean, he was fine, but not going to play him over these other guys. So then it comes down to who am I playing with Rahm, Brooks or Bryson, and you guys all know I'm taking Bryson over Brooks. Bryson is just a better play than him. I don't understand why people keep going with the whole, oh, Bryson, the rough's going to mess him up, this and that. I mean, we got all kinds of things going on here, but yeah, I mean, Bryson, JSU, why is it like this? Why do people think Bryson, the dude won the U.S. Open last year at a similar course. Why in the world do people think he doesn't shape up to this course? I don't get it.
No, so here's the thing with Bryson. I think he's just such a polar. I think people just have their never like you're almost like against Morikawa. Like I think
that's the funny thing though. I still like Morikawa. Like I play him. I just don't think he's better than Bryson is the difference.
Okay, but I think Bryson is one of the most polarizing golfers. And I think we can all agree on this. And I think people take hard stances with him. Now they might side with you, or they go way the opposite way. There's no why is Bryson? This is a good question actually, because why don't we have people that are just like, he's really good? Like maybe you think John Rahm and Rory or Dustin Johnson are better than him, but like why is everyone so far against? It seems like you're either with him or against him type mentality, right? And
all these people keep like acting like he can't do what he's doing. The dude just literally almost won the Players. He won at Arnie's place. He's won. I mean, the dude, he won the U.S. Open. He's done plenty of good things the last year. They act like he's so inconsistent, too. Other guys have missed the cut just as many times as he has. I just don't get it. You said it best, though. He's just the most polarizing guy. People either love him or hate him. I'm on the love him side, and I'm going to keep playing him, especially in this event where you need long bombers. I can't think of a course that fits him better than this. He can bomb it out there. He's hitting wedges when other guys are hitting 6-irons. I don't know. I'll take my chances. Yeah, I mean, sure, he can miss the cut, but any of these guys could miss the cut. It's the freaking U.S. Open. I mean, tons of guys we like tonight on this show are going to miss the cut. That's just a fact. Happens every single time. And, yeah, I'm going to play Bryson. I'm probably going to fade Brooks. I got all kinds of action. Snyder, TD Pensack, a bunch of other people. Brooks versus Bryson. I'm on the Bryson side. I'll take my chances. I think Brooks is – he's the man. He's got great history here. He's got great history in majors. I think he's talked up a little too much for how well he's played recently. Like, I just don't see it. And you can't play all these guys like we talked about. We're going to get to the 9K range next. A lot of these guys are great freaking golfers. So you can't play everybody at the top. I'm going to play Rahm. I'm going to play Bryson. Those are my two guys in the 10K range.
And Tony, I want to just bring this up real quick because our boy Snyder was peeling to that whole Bryson and Brooks when they were asked about possibly pairing together. Supposedly the PGA asked and Bryson denied. So I'll
talk about this.
Talk about that real quick.
Because Snyder sent like 19 different messages, all with his sausage in his hand. I mean, butt naked, sending it out. I mean, this guy was so happy, and it never even happened. Like, you can't convince me that Bryson was like, oh, I don't want to play with Brooksy. That didn't freaking happen. It's just a made-up story from all the Bryson haters. Snyder, get the lotion back in the cupboard. You don't need to keep peeling to it. Your time is coming, Snyder, this week.
Yeah, I'll take it a step further, Big T. I watched both press conferences, and they asked both of them individually about it. Both of them said, there wasn't anybody from the PGA Tour that came and addressed that with me or inquired. They don't do that. They don't come and ask the players, would you like this pairing? Would you be against this pairing? Or it doesn't happen. So, again, like I was telling JSU off the air before we came on, Snyder, he'll believe anything he reads on the internet or on Twitter. Like Ralph from Minnesota could have said, hey, I heard, this and that. So, anyway, to put a cap on it, that didn't happen. Bryson is going to own them this week, and that's all we got to say about that.
This is the problem, though, with the PGA is they should be paired together, and it shouldn't matter if one of them doesn't want it. Anyways, the PGA should just do it. Stop it with this whole crap. I want to see Brooks and Bryson for a whole 4 rounds play together as long as they both make the cut. Like, why aren't we seeing this? Why can't I get this in golf? I would watch every single hole, every single round of those two guys play if I could. And I'd want them mic'd up. I'd want it all. Why can't we get that in golf? This is why golf is still lagging behind certain sports.
Chat is on fire tonight. Absolutely on fire. We got Hoop and AP, my 2 Tuesday guys, in chat just riding Uncle T. Not a good way, but not a good way to go, boys. I could decide to go to the Wednesday crew going forward, so you guys better straighten up a little bit.
Oh, boy. All right. We got threats happening right now. Uncle T's threatening the Tuesday
Hoop,
show.
the best part is Hoop is looking at me. He's like a foot from my face.
And he keeps texting me left and right. When you guys see me looking to the right, I'm looking at my phone. And it just keeps beeping, and it's Hoop just riding me via text.
Oh, I love it. I'm building my Showdown teams, too, while we're talking golf. I mean, great things are happening on the Wednesday show.
Yep.
It's so good. It's so good. We got our guy Landa in chat. What's up, Landa? You know I got my coffee, buddy. That's how we do it here. That's how we do it mass. So
now AP's feeling to Schneider's winners. AP in there just stroking off, just like it's unbelievable.
I mean, we can't hate on Snyder because he actually does pick winners. It's just
I mean, he still thinks Morikawa's better than Bryson, though. We can hate on that.
We can definitely hate on that because that's not a winning take.
No.
But that'll be revealed over time, Tony. We you know.
Oh, yeah.
I got my count though. I got my notes out. I'll be counting how many times Big T brings up.
Are we doing the drinking thing where everyone's got a drink every time I bring it up?
We should. Every time Big T brings up imagine thinking that Morikawa is better than Bryson, every single person needs to take a drink. That's the rule of the show. So just remember that because it's going to happen. Terrence Mann is starting, by the way.
God, I was already so heavy on him. I better bump him while I'm building these teams.
Yeah,
I mean, because he's going to get blowout
run.
run too, I think. This isn't the hoop show, but he's going to get blowout run too if you're playing Showdown. So I think he's just – I mean, already on my main slate builds, he was basically my favorite play. So
also, too, Mr. Fallick was playing Zubak. This confirms Zubak's still a dusty-ass, terrible play. Don't do it.
Who's the Clippers 5?
The Clippers 5 is going to be Batum, Marcus
just man
Morris,
over Kawhi.
Reggie Jackson, Paul George, and Terrence Mann. Yep. All right, so we got our hoop stock in for the show. Now we can move back on. Let's move on to the 9K range here. 9K range, like Tony said, it's got some real good golfers. Rory McIlroy, which Uncle T already brought up. Justin Thomas, Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, Victor Hovland, Patrick Cantlay, Patty Reed, all in this range. I mean, Tony, I'm going to start here with you because you talked up this range a little bit. You love this range. Xander has to be the first one we talk about because he is going to be massively owned, very popular. But at the same time, we're not talking like 40%, right? We're talking like 20 to 25%. Maybe in the higher stakes stuff, he's 30. But like, I mean, he still seems like one of the best plays on the board. What are you doing with Xander?
So I'm on Xander. I've faded him a few of these big events too, and I think I've had pretty good success with Xander because some of my best wins, I've had him and he's done good. Some of my best wins, I've faded him and he's missed cuts. He's one of those guys. We all have our guys that we get right and we get wrong. Everybody has them. I don't care who you talk to. We all have guys that are our nemesis. And Xander, for whatever reason, I have a good feel for, and I love him this week. I'm starting my teams with Xander and one of the two studs, Rahm or Bryson. That's kind of where I'm going. Xander, I mean, you look at his U.S. Open history, it's outrageous. Like, I mean, the dude, he should be 10-5 instead of 9-3. He's going to be very popular, the most popular on the slate. But, again, I've said this all along. I don't mind the chalk at the top. I'm fading the chalk scrubs. I don't even worry about ownership at the top. Whatever they are, they are. The good guys will be 25. The bad guys will be 15. They'll stay somewhat similar. So Xander, yeah, definitely my guy. This range is loaded though. So just to talk about them all, you got Rory 9,900. I don't know what to think about him. So the 1 week I talked to the poster, I got on him, he won. My only issue with Rory is the same issue kind of with Brooks where we can't play all these guys. You got to pick which ones you want. And I just have a hard time playing Rory over Morikawa, Xander, Bryson, really those three. I don't know. Rory's my hardest call of the week because I want to play him. I just don't know how much I can get of him. JT just hasn't been right. His putter looks bad. He doesn't have that good a U.S. Open history. JT's an easy fade for me. I'm just not going there. Morikawa, I make fun of Morikawa. Again, it's not because of Morikawa. It's because I think Bryson's better. So I like Morikawa. He's from Cali kid. Played a ton of rounds, I'm sure, all around this type of course, and I love it. Best ball striker on tour. That's the one thing Snyder's right about for sure. The dude is a ball striker. When he goes bad, it's the putter, not the approach game, not any of that stuff. So I love Morikawa. Morikawa and Xander are two of the best plays on the slate. I think a lot of people will start with two of those guys and not go up top. So I'll be on both of them. Hovland, I'm going to be off of Hovland. It's not that he's not good, but we can't play all these guys. We got to make decisions. He's going to be one of the guys I fade. You got to choose, I think, between Morikawa or Hovland. They're basically the same guy. I just think Morikawa is better and more consistent. So I'm going to be off of Hovland. Cantlay, more of the same. I mean, he's okay. I kind of put him with Xander. I put Morikawa with Hovland, pick one. Xander with Cantlay, maybe pick one. I don't think they're really similar plays. So I'm going to pick Xander and Morikawa and fade Hovland and Cantlay. And then the last one in the range is Patrick Reed, who I never play. I don't like Patrick Reed that much. But, man, this course really, really sets up for him. I mean, he's good at hard courses. He's good at saves. I mean, he'll be in trouble. He'll chip in. He'll hit a 40-foot putt. He's just built for this course. He's got good history at Torrey. He's got decent history in U.S. Opens. I'm going to play Patrick Reed. So it sounds like, what is that? There's 8 guys in this range. I'm playing 3 of them for the most part. Morikawa, Xander, Patrick Reed are my 3 guys in this range that I'm going to have a big percentage of.
All right, so Morikawa, Reed, and Xander are your 3 guys in the 9K range. Just want to say, too, I saw a question earlier. If you're looking for Big T's notes, they're in the Discord chat. He pinned them in the PGA Discord chat. So if you're looking for that note sheet that we were talking about earlier that Big T did up, it is in the Discord chat, pinned in the PGA golf, Discord chat. So check it out there. If you have any other questions, you can always shoot me a DM. But Uncle T, let's move on to you here. Big T likes Patty Reed, thinks the course sets up really well for him. Xander Schauffele, who I think is, pretty much everyone who's playing PGA this week likes a little Xander. And then Morikawa. So what do you think with those 3 guys? And are you in agreement that those are 3 guys you're interested in?
Yeah, some disagreement, maybe just a slight disagreement. But again, up top, I'm playing Rory McIlroy, so I'm not going to come off of him. I just think he's too good of a play, in my opinion. So he's a good driver of the golf ball, and he tends to get hot, plays these courses good. He's got 3 top 16 finishes at Torrey. Again, it's going to be a completely different golf course, but I think some of these elite golfers that we've been talking about here so far, it's different. Like when we talk about this course changing and getting set up like a U.S. Open, clearly, like Big T said, these guys can miss the cut. There's going to be a bunch of them that miss the cut, big names. But for me, I see Rory as being a great course fit. So I'm not coming off of Rory. He could make my core plays this week. I'm not really sure. As you go down, JT, I agree. He just hasn't been right. I think it's in his head right now. He hasn't had a top 10 since the Players, since he wanted the Players. So I'm definitely out on him. Morikawa is the guy I got to make a decision on because I like him this week. The course sets up beautifully. But I also like Schauffele with you, Big T. He hits it long. He hits it straight. He's an excellent putter. So I don't mind eating the chalk on Schauffele. I think he's got a great chance to win this week, 14-1. And he's the 10th price golfer or 10th highest price golfer on DK. So I do like Xander. As you go down, I've got Hovland a fade, Cantlay a fade. Who else did I miss in there? The one guy I'm going to play is Patrick Reed. Again, he's a big game hunter. People typically don't like to play him. I'm seeing him still around 14 or 15%. But I'm going to play Pat Reed. He won here by 5 strokes in January. Again, different course, but he's just a big game player. He finished or he won there in January, 6th place finish, 13th, 23rd. Plays good at U.S. Opens. He's a good scrambler. He's an elite ball striker, I think. Elite short game for sure. So he doesn't hit it very far off the tee, but if he finds fairways this week, I fully expect Patrick Reed to be in the mix. So for me in this range, in the 9K range, I've got Rory, I've got Patrick Reed, and I got him in Schauffele. So I guess for me, Morikawa would be out only because I just can't play 4 of these guys. So.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, Schauffele for me, I'm gonna lock him in. I think to all my builds. Patty Reed would be the next guy if I was going with the second guy in this 9K range, for sure. For me, let's see here. Let's move it on to the 8K range, and this is a range where I didn't have a ton of love, and I'm wondering if you guys are similar in your builds. Where I had some lower, like guys who are 8K. That made it into my player pool, but I didn't have a ton anywhere else. And I'm interested to see what you guys think in this 8K range, because wasn't a ton that made my list. Uncle T, I'm going to come right back to you. I know Finau is going to be really popular in 8,900. We got Hideki, Webb Simpson at 8,700, Willie Z, who I know is you're a fan of, Scotty Scheffler, Danny Berger, Terrell Hatton, Louis, Cam Smith, kind of rounding out this 8K range, Justin Rose, Corey Connors. What are you thinking here? Is this a spot where you're going to be kind of underweight on a lot of these guys in the 8K range, or do you like some of these guys?
Yeah, earlier in the week on Monday and Tuesday when I started breaking things down, I really liked Finau quite a bit. Still like Finau quite a bit. However, we just talked about the guys above him that I really like, Xander, and I'm playing Rory, and I'm playing Patty Reed. So I don't know that I want to play Finau, so I'm going to probably cut him from my player pool, not because he's not a good play, but I just can't play all these top-end guys. When we're going to get later on here down below 7K, there's just not a ton to really, kind of gravitate towards. So I'm going to be out on most of this range, actually. Starting from the top, again, I'm probably going to make a hard fade on Finau, and it's not going to be comfortable because all the numbers indicate that he's going to play really well this week. Could he win? Probably not, right? We all know that. Top 10 Tony. But again, if he finishes T15 at 8,900, I think most people will take that. So, but for me, I'm going to fade him, fading Hideki. Webb Simpson hasn't played here in 10 years. So if for no other reason, that tells me that the course definitely doesn't, on a regular tour event at Torrey, may not set up well for what he likes, right? Or why would he not want to come here and play? So he's had a decent U.S. Open history, but he hasn't had the history at Torrey. So I'm going to be out on Webb Simpson. Zalatoris, I'm going to fade as well, as much as I got to make some decisions in this range. And the way I'm going to kind of build my teams, I can't afford a lot of these high-end 8K guys. So I'm going to fade him. I just don't think it's Scheffler's time. Scheffler's a really good golfer. We've played him quite a bit the last month or two. I just don't think it's the right fit, the right time for Scotty Scheffler. Danny Berger's an interesting one. No, not many people are talking about him. He's going to be probably one of the lower owned in this 8K range, but I still can't pull the trigger on him. Big T is going to get on me about this one because I know he doesn't like Terrell Hatton, and I'm probably going to have some shares of Terrell Hatton just because I feel like the value for the type of golfer, $8,300, it feels like he's underpriced by $300, $400, $500. So I'm not saying he's he's probably not going to be a core play by any means, but I'm definitely going to have Hatton in my player pool. But the two guys I really like, I finally got down to them here. Louis Oosthuizen, who just treats Uncle T great. Every major, the last couple of these tough tracks, he's just coming into his own this year. The last month and a half, 2 months, Louis Oosthuizen has played some tremendous golf, and there's just no reason at $8,100 to fade him in this situation. So I'm going to be on Louis. And then Justin Rose is the guy I've kind of come around to a little bit the last day and a half. So, Rosie, he's going to be really low owned. He's really good course history, 3 top 10s there. I don't know. I feel like Rose is safe if that's a, kind of a term in this range. I think Justin Rose is safe at 8K. So, to recap, I'm off Finau, not because I don't think he's a good play, but I'm going to go more down at the bottom. I'm going to go Hatton, Oosthuizen, and Rose for me.
All right. Yeah, I like some of those, the bottom of the 8K range for sure. Big T, what's up with you? Louis going to be very popular. Is he someone you're going to eat the chalk on, or is he someone you're going to take a hard stance against?
Yeah, so I got my showdowns built now, so I'm ready to. The NBA's locked in. I got my drinks. We're ready to pick winners now. I'm fully locked in. But yeah, in the 9K range, I mean, Finau is tough. I mean, for the last however many majors, I feel like I've kind of faded Xander and faded Finau, and it's worked out. But this time I'm kind of back on Finau. The annoying part about Finau is what Uncle T said, where I think he's a great play. I think he's underpriced a little bit. It's just frustrating that you're taking a guy that really can't win, which I don't know. He's just such a solid play, though, that if you think you can get a winner from the rest of your team, it makes sense. I'm probably going to play him. And another reason that I'm going to play him is I just don't like this range. Just going down. Hideki he just hasn't been right since the Masters. I mean, which is understandable. I mean, a huge win, just became an instant, like Tiger Woods-like hero over there. So just massive win there. I'm not going to take him. Not going to take Webb. I mean, Webb's got terrible close. Can't hit the ball further than freaking JSU. I mean, he hits it like 250 down the middle.
Hey, wait a second. How do you know how far JSU can hit it?
I mean, it's just – there's no way you can hit it far.
I got some power. What do you mean? I got some power.
Gymnasts don't have power.
Are you serious right now? I actually know how to use my hips.
Are you going to talk about the rings again? Are you going to talk about the ring power?
I actually know how to use my hips and swing, all right? I actually know how to use my legs. You're probably all arms up there. You probably just
all JSU, all arms and all shaft.
Yeah, okay, all arms and all shaft. All right, continue, please. Oh, another thing too, when you go through Big T's notes, which is my favorite, is when he just puts the old small shaft or whatever it is and just leaves it there.
I love my notes. That's why I put those notes on there. That's what makes it
no,
good.
They were good, but I can't believe you played Sung J M last week.
I kicked myself all week too. I was pissed all week, and Uncle T can verify too because I was pissed about it. I can't believe I played Sung J.
That's not a Wednesday show play.
No, I'm embarrassed. It's not an any day show play because you don't play Sung J. I made the mistake. I accept. That's why I lost last week. I deserve to lose.
He did battle back and make the cut though for you.
I don't. He sucks. I'm so mad at him. But yeah, I think the 8K range is the easiest range, honestly. Like, I'm not playing Webb. I mean, Zalatoris, I love this range because these people play these guys, and I can't imagine playing Zalatoris. The dude was, he did good at the Masters. He's been okay in some of the bigger tournaments. He's not even close to those guys in the 9Ks. Like, Patrick Reed is, 400 more? There's just no freaking way I would ever think about playing Zalatoris. Just easy fade for me. Scheffler, same thing. I mean, he's been good. I just think the U.S. Open is a tier up for some of these guys, and I would just much rather play the 9K guys. When we get to the 7K, I love a ton of the 7K guys. So this range is just easy for me. I'm not playing him. Berger, I learned my lesson with Berger a few times. He's just he's the opposite of a big game hunter. He just does. He'll finish 25th. He'll make the cut. He'll finish 25th. If you want to pay $8,400 for a guy finishing 25th, go ahead. That's what he'll finish, 25th. I don't want that. So I'm not going to play Berger. Hatton, I mean, Uncle T was right about this. If there's a guy I hate in this whole range, Hatton, I mean, oh, God, I just puked even saying his name. I mean, he's like fat. He's not clutch. He's small. I don't like anything about him. Like, he can't hit it far. He's not a Big T-like play, Hatton, at all. Hatton will never beat me ever in this tournament. If you play Hatton, you deserve to lose this week. Corey Connors is going to be low owned.
Hear you. God damn.
You're not going to play Hatton. I don't believe you. No way you play.
Be on a team or two.
Well, yeah. I mean, Hatton. Oof. Corey Connors. I mean, Corey Connors, the nice part about Corey Connors, a month ago, he was mega chalk in a lot of tournaments. This tournament, no one's going to play him. He's a ball striker. I mean, you can play him at a low ownership, get a little Corey Connors. Oosthuizen, another guy in majors. I mean, Oosty, I don't like Usti. I never play him. But, man, at majors, he just shows up. He just finishes up there. I mean, so we'll pull up the sheet. I mean, his last 5 U.S. Opens, he's got 3rd and 7th, 16. His worst finish the last 5 years is 23rd. At Torrey, he doesn't have a ton of history. I don't care about that as much, though. The U.S. Open's way more important. His worst finish is 23rd. That is incredible right there. I mean, Hatton. Oh, I just looked at Hatton again. Whew.
Can I give you an additional stat on our boy Usti? He leads the tour in strokes gained putting, so that's always going to be a help this week.
Is it on POA or Coochie?
I got to get the salt. I got to get the salt temperature from Snyder later on, and I'll be able to give you a better evaluation.
Oh, and yeah, we're at the bottom of the range. One of my favorite sneaky plays of the week. Uncle T talked up. I love Justin Rose this week. I don't think anyone's going to play him. Hoop already made fun of me at dinner. I think he's played really good. You look at, he's got good history at Torrey, 1st, 8th, and 4th, 3 of the last 5. He's got 2 top 10s in the U.S. Open the last 3 years, and he's been playing good. I don't have it up because I'm freaking on the road here, but I'm pretty sure both majors he top 10 this year too, off the top of my head. If the chat wants to make fun of me, maybe I'm wrong. But I think his form is very good. And I love Justin Rose low owned. He's another guy that if you take him at 8K, I know for a fact he could win the tournament. Like, he's not a guy that I just know couldn't win. He probably won't. I'm not saying he's going to, but he could. Like, if you saw his name at the top of the leaderboard on Sunday, I don't think anyone would be like, oh, I can't believe Justin Rose is winning this. Like, it wouldn't shock anyone. So I think he's a good low-owned play. Cam Smith, I always like Cam Smith more than I should probably. He's a good play, though, at 8K. I could definitely sign up for some Cam Smith.
Yeah, I'm loving the Justin Rose talk because we haven't really talked any golf at all this week, and Justin Rose was a guy who made my player pool, so it's good to hear both of you guys on Justin Rose.
7th. The dude in the chat just said it. Justin Rose, 7th at the Masters, 8th at the PGA. He's played good at Torrey. He's played good in past U.S. Open. So why is he not more popular, I guess?
I wouldn't be shocked if he pulled out like a first-round leader type thing. Like that's a total like Justin Rose. I could see it happening where he's like first round leader at the end of the day. Wouldn't shock me. I like the call. I love it. He's definitely gonna be someone I'm going to have a lot of. All right. So Tony, real quick, you're in on Justin Rose. Louis, you're going to play.
I'm going to have some Louis for sure. Yes.
Okay. All right. So both.
He's probably not going to be, I should be clear. He's not going to probably make my main team. But I'm definitely going to be over the field on Louis.
All right. I like it. I also like the Corey Connors call. Again, he was a guy who, man, he was like 9K at certain points recently. So we're getting a little price discount, I feel. So I like some Corey Connors. Let's move it down, though, to this 7K range where we got a lot of good golfers. Uncle T, I'm going to bring it back to you here. Let's start, 7,900 to 7,500 range here. Answer: Fitzpatrick, Casey, Fleetwood, Sammy Burns, Philly Mickelson, Shane Lowry. I mean, let's start with Phil Mickelson. Why don't we start there? Tell us what you're doing with him. I mean, is he just a stud and we're just locking him into our lineups?
Yeah, let me address something in chat first, JSU. We got Mason in there, and we've got, who else? Allen, talking about how Rose is making putts from everywhere. It's not sustainable. He's gained 10 strokes to make the putt. Don't play him then. You know what I mean? Don't play him then. I'll gladly play him instead. You know what I mean? So he checks all the boxes for me to play well this week. So, if you guys don't like one of the plays, don't play them. We're just going to give you the best thoughts that we have on these guys and make your own decisions. But to get into this 7K range, JSU, the reason I kind of don't like that 8K range hardly at all, and I skipped a lot of the upper 8K ranges, I really like this 7K range. And based off of my initial builds and such, I'm going to be kind of living in this range because, again, I don't care as much for the under 7K guys this week. So I'll start at the top of the board there with Abraham Answer. Early in the week, again, I kind of like Finau at the top of the 8K range. I'm going to fade that kind of chalk for sure. I'm going to go with Abraham Answer. I don't know that this will be a popular play with the panel here, but I'm going to go with Abraham Answer. He just checks a lot of boxes for me this week. It's more of a field play. He's been playing pretty good. He comes off a miscut, but before that, he had 4 straight top 14 finishes, playing really well. So I'm going to start there. And then I'm going to fade Paul Casey. Again, like Big T said earlier about one of the players, if you want maybe a 25th to 30th place finish, possibly a top 20, play Paul Casey. He's safe. He's a good golfer. Probably isn't going to give you a ton of win equity at this price. So I'm out on him, out on Fitzpatrick, out on Fleetwood. The guy that interests me next is Sam Burns. Now, stay with me for a minute. Obviously, he burned a lot of people with the withdrawal at the PGA. But before that, he was playing some really, really good golf. And he played with Reed in the final pairing at this course back in January at the Farmers. And again, I know it's a different type course setup, but he played well there in January. He started off that last round on Sunday and 4-putted the green and still finished, T18. So he struggled on Sunday at the start. But I really like Sam Burns, and at 100-1, I kind of like him as an outright, as kind of a flyer down below. So I like him. I'm out on Phil Mickelson. JSU, sorry about that. I can't recommend to the chat any shares of Phil this week. I think Phil got his championship. I'll let Big T maybe talk about what he put in his notes on Phil. I won't steal his thunder.
Jason, I hope it said stud, lefty stud. Definitely Fox. I mean, something along those lines. If it doesn't say something along those lines, then we need to change it. I might go in there myself and change it if I have the ability to. We'll find out in a sec what it says in his notes.
Yeah, let me recap a couple more here. Jason Kokrak, he's been an RPS staple in our plays for the last couple months. What is there not to like about Jason Kokrak? I mean, he's coming off, the win at the Charles Schwab. He was playing really good golf before that. Again, it feels like he could be in that maybe $79, $8K, $8,100 range, and he's $7,600. So I like Kokrak. I'm out on Sungjae M. I'll let you guys see Big T's chart on Sungjae. I'm going to be on Shane Lowry. I know, again, I already gave one that Big T didn't like. It doesn't bother me that I'm on a couple bad plays. We're not going to agree on everything. I like Shane Lowry. There's nothing not to like about Shane Lowry. He's got 3 top 10s in his last 3 events. And he was 8th at the Players, T4th at Kiowa, T6 at the Memorial, all hard tracks. So I do like Shane Lowry this week at that price tag. And I'm going to skip down. I do not like Neiman this week. I'm finally off him. I know the chat kind of gives me a hard time because I play Neiman a lot. I'm out on Neiman, but I really like Gary Woodland, my last guy here at the $7,500 mark. He won at Pebble a couple years ago for his U.S. Open title. I think he's starting to round back into a lot better form. So I do like Gary Woodland a lot this week at 7,500.
All right, Big T, moment of truth. What is the note you put for Phil Mickelson?
I mean, I just got I got the White Claws gone. The wife is back with beverages. We're ready to go. Things are coming together.
So that means
what did I put for Phil Mickelson?
Yeah, what is the note? Because I said something along the lines of dude fucks, gets it done,
it wasn't
winner. I mean,
that was not what I
is
wrote, for the record.
No?
What did I write? Let me pull. Grandpa got his win. That's true.
Grandpa got his win.
Grandpa already got his win. I mean,
okay, that's not like bad though.
No, it's just
he's played good. I'll give him credit. Like he's played good all year. The problem now though is the dude is 7,700 and he already got his win. Like I don't know. I literally couldn't. I'd play Hatton before I played Phil, and I already made fun of Hatton. So I mean, he's 66-1. So his number has moved a ton just because of his win, obviously. And people like to bet Phil. And so his number is going to be lower than it should.
They're giving him some respect.
And he's played good this year. I will give him credit. I mean, he's played good, but he is not a good play this week. I mean, definitely not going to do him.
Mr. Patrick Rice, JSU, Big T's got his bottle of wine, your arch nemesis. You're right. When Big T gets drinking, it is definitely my arch nemesis because he starts making fun of JSU.
No, he wasn't talking
constantly.
about that. He was talking about you getting drunk and falling asleep. He wasn't talking about me.
I don't fall asleep when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I get drunk and then that's it. Like the show is a disaster after because I'm hammered after like 45 minutes. And I can't navigate you guys.
Are the Sixers really going to blow this game?
Oh God, I hope it's nothing better.
Someone in the chat said it and I just looked. They're only up 2 points.
I'm getting this game on now.
That's crazy. So, yeah, this 8K range, we got Abe Answer. I mean, you can always play Abe Answer. My only worry is, so the common thing everyone's going to talk about this week when you watch the shows, you listen to this stuff, you got to hit fairways, you got to hit greens. Again, this might not be right, might not be wrong. I think it's overrated. I think all these guys are going to miss fairways, and it's going to be who can recover the most, who can do that. Like, I don't want some short hitter that because I think he's going to hit it in the fairway. But Abe Answer's solid. I mean, you can go with Abe Answer. You just look. I mean, his last 2 years at the U.S. Open haven't been great. Not great history at Torrey. He's not a big hitter. I get worried about Abe Answer. And with Paul Casey at the same price tag, I mean, Paul Casey has great U.S. Open history. Another guy that probably won't win, but is really likely to do well here. I don't see how you could play Abe Answer over Paul Casey. They're both 40-1. They're both 7,900. They're both basically the same everything, except Paul Casey, I just trust him more at a course like this. I'd rather go him. Fleetwood, I'm never playing Fleetwood. Fitzpatrick, I think a lot of people will play Fitzpatrick. I'm just not a Fitzpatrick guy for whatever reason. I just don't. He just never gets it done for me. When I play him, I don't really like him. He never gets me super excited. So not playing Fitzy. Sammy Burns is way higher odds than everyone in this range, but I might play a little Sammy Burns. I like Sammy Burns. I mean, the guy treats well.
On in with me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to dive in with Uncle T just because I like him, and he's going to be low owned too. So we talk about this all the time on the Wednesday show, but some of these guys, you don't have to play a crazy amount to be way over the field. Like if you play 15% Sammy Burns, you're going to be above the field, and that's all you have to do in this when you're building a bunch of teams. So I'll play some Sammy Burns. I'm not going to play Phil. Sung Jae, I mean, it says small noodle in the notes. That's the truth. He's definitely got a small noodle. Not playing him. Kokrak is one of my favorite plays always. Kokrak's been amazing. 2 wins this year. 17th, 53rd, 37th in the U.S. Open the last 5 years. 29, 21, 20 at Torrey. Good history there. Playing his best golf. You have to like Kokrak. I don't know how anyone – what could someone not like about Kokrak this week? He's 50-1 to win the tournament. He checks every single box. So I'm definitely on Kokrak. Lowry, I mean, he's okay. He's 40-1. He's getting a lot of love from people. I don't like him. When I play him, he always misses the cut. Bad mojo. You just watch him when he's missing the cut. He's so fat. I mean, the fattest guy on tour, it feels like. He can't even bend over to get his golf ball. It's embarrassing when I play him, so I'm not playing him. I am happy, though, that Uncle T finally got off Neiman because he might be, I'll say this, Neiman in the DFS community might be the most overrated guy in the entire, player pool. People always act like he's way better than he is. He's just not. Like, he finishes 43rd every week, it feels like, which is fine. He makes the cut, finishes 43rd. That's not getting you to the workbench, JSU. I mean, you don't need to play a guy like Neiman. So I'm happy he's off him. Woodland has won a U.S. Open. He has been better lately, even though he's missed a cut here and there. He's super up and down. I like how Woodland looks this week, especially at this price tag, 7,500, 66-1. I like Woodland, so I'm going to play Woodland. How low are we going to 7,500? Is that all of them?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all of them. And, Jonathan Lindsay says, who hits it further, Big T or JSU? Big T actually plays golf. So I would say that Big T definitely hits it further than JSU. I'm just saying, I can definitely hit a golf ball decently far. Like, I'm not terrible at it. I've only played a few times, but I can actually hit the ball, and it will sometimes go far. Sometimes it will hook right away, but sometimes it will go far. So I can hit it. Big T definitely drives it further than me, though. I've never even seen him hit a golf ball, but he regularly golfs. I do not golf on the regular. So it's like a Tuesday, and Big T's like, I'm on the golf course right now. I was like, oh, okay. So he definitely golfs more than me to answer that question. All right, let's move down to the 7K range, bottom of the 7K range. And we're going to have a special guest coming on here. A chat favorite, DD Pensack, is going to be joining us a little bit. I'm going to send him the link in a little so he can give his golf winners, hopefully fight with Big T and Uncle T a little while I navigate it a little bit and just hang out and listen to them argue. And it should be good. So DD Pensack will be on soon. But Uncle T, let's start 7,400 to 7K. Who you got?
Yeah, first off, in the golf chat and Discord, VIP just posted a pretty sweet gif of JSU when he gets drunk. You got to check that out while I'm talking JSU. That's a beauty. But
is it good or bad?
For you it's bad, but it's
all right, perfect. Anyway, I'll check it out.
Anyway, it's a good one for VIP. But no, as we continue down again, it's a great range for Uncle T. Adam Scott, $7,400. Only one missed cut since the restart, coming off a T16 at the Memorial. Has good course history here. Typically plays well on tougher courses, has played well, had some success at U.S. Opens. Love Adam Scott at 7,400 this week. As you go down the list here, I'm going to skip quite a few golfers, and I know, JSU, you and Big T are going to probably like a few of these guys in between. But Mark Leishman, I have a little bit of interest in, but other than that, I go all the way down to Charlie Hoffman, and I know he's probably going to be one of the chalkier guys down here, but Charlie Hoffman has had a great spring and early summer of golf. I mean, playing some of the best golf in his career, and I think he's actually, quote unquote, safe in this range. I really do. I think he, again, he's made 11 straight cuts, been in solid form. I'm going to take some shots on Charlie Hoffman down here at 7,200. I like JSU's boy, Mr. Bazudenhout. Just been playing some great golf. Not the highest finishes, but he's been a good cut maker, finishing, 25 to 35, somewhere in that range. I don't mind a couple shares of Bazudenhout. And then as you go down a little bit further, interesting to see what you guys think about Garrick Higo. I was on him last week. I had 40% Higo in my lineups last week. He obviously won. He's a good young up and coming left-handed big hitter. I'm going to be off of him. The stage is a little bit bigger this week than last week, and coming off a win, I just can't do it. So I'm going to be out on Higo. The two guys in a row here I like, Ryan Palmer and Matt Wallace. Ryan Palmer is probably going to could make one of my core plays this week. I just think based on how I want to build, I know I want Rory and Reed up top. Palmer fits the build and fits the mold of what I need this week, which I do think he's got some safety. Has played well at this course before. He's only missed one cut in 2021, and that was at the PGA. So I like Ryan Palmer a lot. And another guy we've been on for several weeks on both the Tuesday and Wednesday show has been Matt Wallace. I know he's kind of sputtered a little bit the last couple weeks, but prior to that was playing really good golf. And I think due to the price not increasing and being still down in that low 7K range, I think we can still take a couple shots at Matt Wallace.
All right, I like it. And Mr. Adam Raybon says, Big T and JSU, is Big T going to accept my Bryson Brooks wager? Well, Adam, I don't know what the wager is, so retype the wager and we'll find out. I don't know what the wager is, so retype it in here and we'll figure it out. Big T, what do you think about this 7,400 7K range? And would you take a bet, Bryson versus? I'm assuming it's.
I mean, I've been taking bets all week, Bryson versus Brooks. The issue is I don't know all these people, so if someone wants to bet me, they're going to have to prepay. I'm not just going to take a bet. obviously you know where to find me, so I'm not going to like just not pay you. But if I don't know you, you know how many times, JSU, I've taken bets just like this where someone talks crap and I'm like, let's bet it. And then they just disappear on me. Like it happens all the time.
It happens all the time. Yeah.
So as long as you prepay and you slide into my DMs, I got no issue with it. You can come on. I'll take it. No issue whatsoever. Slide in, send the money. We're good to go. Speaking of taking the money, look at Pinsack coming in with my cheese. Look at him.
What up?
Money from somebody.
I can taste it already. It tastes amazing.
I mean, so who do we got? You got Brooks and I got Bryson, and we got the miscut for an extra unit, and if someone wins the tournament, an extra unit too to make it even extra spicy.
Exactly. So when Bryson misses cut and we get Brooks winning it, then just ship the 15, call it a day, go on a little vacation.
Oh, vacation? That's not going to be a very good vacation with
I'll
this.
pay for my flight.
Damn, what are we betting over here? Oh boy,
Yeah.
it's gonna be one of you guys is gonna be making out nice, apparently.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not the big 15, it's the little 15.
All right, well, what's going on, DD? Nice to have you on the show. We want some Pensac winners. We see you up there all the time, DD Pensac. If you don't know, he's a regular in the Discord. He crushes NBA, MLB, PGA. He's in all the Discord chats. He's crushing all the sports, and we need those golf winners from Pensac. So it's good to have you on the show, brother.
Yeah, shoot. Can I interrupt real quick before he gets his little? My dude is ripped. Like, is that like you are either got a medium shirt on or you are like? Did you just get back from the gym?
Yeah.
Damn, he looked good. Wow.
We need to know who
just
Pensac's on up top.
I just saw the VIP gift too. Damn you, VIP. That's not fair. Get that gif out of here. I don't like it. Change it. I want a different gif.
Get Pensac's winners up top, JSU. We need his winners.
Yeah, let's hear it. Pensac, run us through real quick, because I mean, we're down at the 7K range, but run us through like your top 2 or 3 plays.
I mean, I could start you in the 7s.
I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, you can if you want, but I want to know who's winning first. Give me like the top dog. Give me like your top 2 spends.
Rom and Maury.
Okay, so Rom and Maury. You know Brooks?
I have a share of him.
Okay, that's fair. You have the bet. You have the bet with Big T.
I don't know if he's going to win, but he's in the top 5, I think.
Okay.
You're not going to play him, and you think he's going to top 5?
Yeah, because Bryson's going to miss cut. I really could have taken Saiwu also.
I hope he takes Siwoo.
Please don't play Siwoo. God, don't play Siwoo.
Siwoo is his boy.
All right, so you like those 2 guys up top. What about in the 8K range? You got like Louis, who's going to be really popular. Who you got in that range?
The 8K, I don't think I have anyone in the 8K range.
All right, so you're fading the 8K range. So bring us to the 7K range.
I mean, I don't mind Finau, but I'm just actually I don't mind Louis either.
All right, yeah, those 2 guys are very popular. Yep.
But I don't really have an interest in them too much.
All right, well, give us some off the wall 7K plays then, because I'm assuming you got some of those.
Ryan Palmer.
All right, yeah.
Go ahead.
Like Ryan Palmer.
My boy Higoat.
Higo. Okay, so Uncle T was talking about Higo. Big T, I don't think you got to talk about. Did you get to talk about that range yet? Because I don't think you brought him up yet.
If you want to lose money this week, play that dude for sure. That dude has no chance this week. Coming off a win, he's going to play the U.S. Open. You don't seriously like him.
He's got game. I mean,
you aren't playing him. I refuse to believe
let you do that. We can't let you do that. That was
There's no way he is.
That was a minor league game last week. This is the major league game this week. There's no.
I mean, he beat Dusty and he beat Brooks.
You aren't seriously playing him. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
I'll have a share of him. I'm only making 3 builds, so yeah.
You can't play him on 1 of 3.
Don't play him.
So
he's literally got no chance.
You don't. So you're not MME, and you're going to
need him to win.
He's not going to make the damn cut. He's going to finish like probably bottom 20.
He's not Pac with an earring, okay? He can make the cut. He's legit. He's a bomber.
Yeah, I mean he's legit, but this isn't his. I'm coming off the win. This isn't it.
We got AP in
So you're
chat
fading
saying, "Come
Cantlay?
on, Pensack." It seems like AP is not on the Higoat train either. Pensack, give us some more than Higoat here.
Yeah, you got to come with better than that. I mean that's not good.
I mean, okay. I mean, you don't need the guy to win at 72.
He's not going to make the cut though. There's no way.
Are we betting that one too?
Oh,
Yeah, whatever his odds are, I'll bet that for sure. What's his odds?
To make the cut?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll find out. Chat, what's Higo's? I want some more Pensack bucks. Tell me what Higo's odds are to make the cut, and we'll book it on the show. Because he isn't making the cut.
DD Pensack's a high-stakes player, so if he's saying he's going to play him in 1 of 3 builds, I assume he's going to play him in like the 8.
That means he's playing him in the 4K Millie. I know the dude's got 3 entries in it.
Nah, I'm not playing it this time.
It is a bad structure this week.
It's terrible.
It's really bad.
It's so
if
bad.
I want tickets into it, obviously I'll play. But yeah, I mean the structure's so bad, it's not worth it.
Philly freaking seriously lost this game to Atlanta. Unbelievable.
Oh,
how did they blow that game?
I have no idea.
That is wild.
I mean, how'd they blow the other game, Tony?
This game was at home, though. Wow.
Both games. They were up 62-40 at half.
Yeah, when we left dinner, I was certain they were going to get blown out.
we got to quit talking about the NBA. He's got to redeem himself after that Higo.
Yeah.
Let him continue. He's got to do better than that.
I agree.
Oh, boy.
Minus 137 to make the cut. Just because I like Pensack, we'll go 500 for 500.
All right, my man. Lock it up.
All right, we're locking up bets on here. Pensack, we need to get one more guy in the 7K range. Who's your next guy?
I mean, you have to go Hoffman.
There you go. See, that was a good pick.
When do you get to the guys that are actually good?
Hoffman, but
when do you get to the guys that are actually good?
Wait, so Tony doesn't like Hoffman too? Does Tony just not like any of DD Pensack's plays?
That's usually how it works.
Tony's going against DD Pensack.
He doesn't like winners.
That's what makes it fun.
It's like if DD Pensack wins, Tony's finishing in last, and vice versa. Like
the funny thing is, we had a few good
Pensack's
battles in NBA this year where we were like top 5, and we'd go back and forth a little. So it's not necessarily true. In the golf streets, we argue a little bit though.
Yeah, we're a little different there.
I like the arguments. I like
the arguments are what makes it fun. It wouldn't be fun if we just agreed on everything.
Well, this is true. So, all right. So, Big T, you made fun of DD Pensack's 7K play. You pretty much made fun of all of them. You didn't even like Hoffman, who Uncle T was on. So, why don't you give your low 7K play?
This is my favorite range. I have 3 people in this range that more than likely will be on my main team. Starting with my boy Brian Harmon. You know I'm going to play Brian Harmon every single week. The dude is just so solid. I just have to – he's not my favorite, though. I'm going to play him – just see him right there. I like him always. Let's do Brian Harmon versus Siwoo, Pensack.
No, I'm out on Siwoo.
Oh, no. You're off your boy Siwoo? Oh, no.
We were boys. We had a divorce.
We were boys.
Tony was trying to get some easy Pensack bucks right
I
there.
thought for sure he would take that.
Actually, my favorite 7K guy, which I'm actually locking, is Lowry.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is perfect because Tony hates Lowry. I mean, you guys are like literally on opposite ends. Right
other than
now.
the Higo pick, me and Pensack are on arm in arm. I love it.
Oh, God.
That's what I'm saying. We might be uncles.
I could imagine playing Harmon this week.
Oh, God. Harmon is a winner.
The little guy has horrible history here, and it's a terrible setup for the little fella.
Terrible.
I mean, he finished 9th 5 years ago. Here was a different course.
Like
First
10
of all,
years ago.
do we need to throw the little fella into that? I mean, that's hurtful.
I apologize, JSU.
The last 3 years at the U.S. Open, 38, 36, second. The last 3 times at Tour, he's got a 9th. I don't know how that.
What were the other 2?
I mean, he was bad those 2. He got a penis enlargement this year, though, and he's been a lot better. So
If that's the case, I might have to reevaluate.
Yeah, I mean, he's the man. But so my favorite guy of the week, should I say it now or should I wait till later? I'll wait till later.
Wait till later if it's like your workbench player.
Yeah, my favorite guy of the week. I'll wait till I'll do it at the end, but he's in this range. I like Max Homa. I know AP and these guys were on Homa. I like Homa a lot in this range. Who else is in this range? Matty Wolf. How in the world is Matty Wolf still even golfing? I mean, he's been so bad. Buzenhout, I mean, Charlie Hoffman, Higo. I don't know. I don't like a lot of these.
Go right past Buzenhout. You didn't get him a mint. JSU is right there.
He doesn't like Buzenhout. He doesn't respect Buzenhausen.
No, I mean, Booze is good if you want like a 47th place finish. I mean, I don't want a 47th place finish. So
he's got a big wiener, though.
No, he doesn't. No chance.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
No.
Don't make me put his picture back up behind you. Don't make me do it. Now I'm owning you.
I don't know which one of them talked about Matt Wallace, but I love Matt Wallace. Anytime in a big event, Matt Wallace is my guy for sure down there. Carlos Ortiz, that's who we need to ask. Isn't that your boy, Pinsack, Carlos Ortiz?
Nah, it's not my boy.
Oh, no, Munoz is your boy.
That's definitely Mangone's boy.
I like
Carlos Ortiz is Mangone.
Big T, Ray Daddy wants your money also, apparently.
Who?
Ray Daddy in chat.
I said whoever wants that action can. What does he want?
I think he wanted Brooks also.
Whoever wants to prepay and send me the cheese besides Pinsack, because I know Pinsack. Whoever I don't know, you got to prepay and I'll take the action.
All right, so you done with this 7K range?
I was looking. So one more guy I kind of like that's a really like low owned play is Schwartzel. I mean, he's been pretty good this year. I don't know. He's just another guy to throw in your 150. If you're playing 150, play 10% Schwartzel or something. I mean, he's been decent at this place. I don't hate Schwartzel. McIntyre, same thing. Like maybe get a little bit of McIntyre.
What were your thoughts on Adam Scott, Big T?
I like Adam Scott for sure. I mean, he's been good. Yeah, I mean, he's been good. He's always been a big game hunter. I don't know, where's his Torrey? 10th and 2nd his last 2 times he's been at Torrey. Yeah, I like Adam Scott.
All right. Uncle T, you like Adam Scott?
Yeah, I was hoping he said no because I was going to bet him against his boy Brian Harmon. That's right, the same price.
No. I'll bet Brian Harmon. No. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no.
He said
nope,
yeah,
you're not getting big
No.
$2 for that bet. So
I don't
all right, let's move it.
Yeah,
move
I
it
don't
down
like
to
him
the-
more than Scott.
To the bottom range, the 6K range, and I don't know about you guys, but I was struggling to find some gems in this range. So hopefully you guys can help me out here. Pensack, what do you got for us? You got any 6K gems here?
I mean, I don't have any gems, but I mean, I'm basically staying away from the 6K guys. But a couple guys that would interest me are Steele, perhaps, and my boy, Mr. Vegas.
Johnny Vegas. All right, Steele and Johnny Vegas. Uncle T, what do you got for us in the 6K range?
What's that? I'm trying to read AP shit. AP's putting up his percentages. 70% Max Homa. Wow, they really needed me on that show last night where I could have talked him out of that. Anyway, so what would you say under 7K?
Yeah, it's 6K range.
Yeah, it's a tough range. I didn't hear what DD said there, but
Vegas and Steele.
Oh, good. I got Vegas here. I've been on Vegas the last couple of weeks. If we're looking at guys down here and we're trying to find any reason to play them, right? We're trying to find something we can grab on and say, hey, yeah, we can click that name. Hey, he's a really good driver of the ball, right? He doesn't putt real good. But again, this course, you're going to need to drive the ball pretty well, and I think he can get it done. He's got a couple top 10 finishes his last 3 starts, so I do like Johnny Vegas. Right above him, he's in bad form, but Lonto Griffin seems like he's a good course fit here, but he's just coming in bad form. I don't know if I'll play him. If he was coming in a little bit better form, he's got the good course history, and he really sets up fairly well for this course. I just don't know what to do with him. I think I heard you say Brendan Steele. I like the Steele call all the way down there at 6,500. He hasn't missed a cut in 2021. He hasn't had a ton of high finishes, but again, if we're trying to round out our teams, play a couple of these high studs, we're going to need to try to find a couple guys down here. Eric Van Rooyen at 6,700 isn't a bad play either.
Eric Van Rooyen your lineups.
Well, yeah, again, he could. Yeah, he definitely could. Yeah. But he's got, he's got the talent. He's kind of a head case for sure. He gets kind of off the, kind of things going sideways, and he kind of gets, a little out of whack. But the only other guy I think of down here, where is he? Rafa Cabrera Bello. I don't know if any of you guys have any interest in Rafa. He's had, an up and down season, playing a little bit better of late, but he's got some pretty good history at U.S. Opens the last 4 or 5 years and plays tougher tracks a little bit better. So I do like RCB down there.
Right, RCB. Tony, you're an RCB guy, I feel like, most weeks. What do you think of RCB?
Yeah, I'm the RCB truther because everyone made fun of me originally because I said the dude is a big game hunter, and people just laughed at me, just crushed me. But the dude's 6,700. His last 5 U.S. Opens, 23, 65, 36, 42, 32. That might not seem like crazy good, but for a guy this cheap to basically do good 5 straight years at the U.S. Open, the dude always shows up to these big events. And same thing with EVR. I mean, he's been decent in these big events. Those are literally the only 2 guys I have under 7K in my player pool. I'm looking through it. I can't play Vegas. Maybe Ches Reavie or something. I'm not going to play that many guys down here either, though. I kind of agree with what Pinsack said. I'm not trying to play much down here. Do what?
What did you say?
He said he agrees with what.
Yeah, I agreed with Pinsack. Yeah, I was giving credit. I just don't. Usually, I do play a lot of 6K guys. I just don't see it this week. This course is going to be very hard. It's only top 60 this week, which doesn't seem like a crazy big deal. But again, there's 160 or so in the field. 100 people, or give or take, a little bit, are going to miss the cut. There's going to be a shit ton of people miss the cut. A lot of these crappy guys. I just don't see really a reason to go down this cheap. I'm definitely going to play some RCB and EVR though. They're both cheap enough to put in my 150 for sure.
All right, I like it. That wraps up the ranges here, 6K range, and we got to move on to the winners. We got to pick the winners. Let's bring up the odds here. Before we do that, guys, make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit the like button for us. And Tony wants to.
I was thinking of
comment.
our boy Cam that week when Cam was talking about Poulter. He said, you can't dress like a lesbian and play in Texas or whatever he said that week.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that now.
The dude in the chat said it's encouraged in California, so he might be in play this week. That's pretty good.
Okay. All right. Anything else here, guys, before we move on past
you couldn't even give me a courtesy laugh on that JSU? That was bullshit.
No, because
that was very hurtful. That was like the fakest laugh I've ever heard. That hurt my feelings.
Fakest laugh?
That was a courtesy. That was a total courtesy, and then just move it along.
Honestly, my dog is making the loudest noises chewing right now, and I'm trying to mute myself as much as possible because he's being so loud. He's chewing that damn bone.
Hey, JSU, we got a real quick question in chat with King Mile 92. Any Cameron Young love? I know he's a guy that most people haven't heard of, but he's a Corn Ferry guy. I don't mind him in a normal event. He's won 2 of the last 4 Corn Ferry tours, but again, similar to our boy Higo, who we're not on DD. It's just a complete step up in competition. It just is, and I think these younger guys that are coming over from either that tour or young and maybe making their first U.S. Open appearance, I just can't, validate, clicking these guys' names. So I wouldn't be able to play him.
I agree with Uncle T too. I love when these Corn Ferry guys get talked up because this is a step way up in class. I heard everyone too.
Corn Ferry guy.
During my drive today, I was driving for 5 hours to get here, so I listened to a bunch of stuff. So many people were like, he was driving all this driving distance. The Corn Ferry, you could drive freaking trucks down the fairways. It's massive fairways. That's not going to be like that this week. You can't play a guy like that.
Who's not a Corn Ferry guy?
Higoat.
Oh, I'm talking about Cameron Young.
Ah, that's a different story.
Oh, I didn't mean to say Higo's a Euro guy. Higo's got some great Euro.
He has 2 wins in the last how many weeks?
Corn Ferry, I misspoke. Yeah.
No, Higo's gonna make me 500 missing the cut to Pinseekers.
That's my
There's no way he misses.
Tony's like not. See this. Here's the thing with Tony though. He's not as certain because he would be like still talking
I'm
about
certain
it. Like,
he's missing
the
cut.
This is the worst play ever. He'd be like so
I
disgusted.
just said it, but I was on mute because I was talking to Hoop. He is I literally just said he's the worst play ever to Hoop. I was on mute though.
Why'd you
right
mute
as
it
you
then?
said that?
Why'd you mute it then?
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
No, get in there and tell him. Say it to his face. Say he's the worst play ever.
You were already scooting along, giving me a fake laugh when I was making jokes. I didn't want to say the wrong thing.
Didn't want to say the wrong thing.
You got me nervous
about what I do. Stop it. Stop it. That's a lie right there. Big T just lied to everybody. He doesn't even listen to me, first of all. And then he gets mad when I don't laugh at his jokes every single time, or I mute myself when I start to half laugh. Like, he gets mad at me all the time. And then he's talking while he's on mute to Hoop because he doesn't want to say it in the fucking video. Unmute yourself. He doesn't even realize that I'm talking to him right now, too, is the best part. I love it.
I realize you're talking to me. What are you talking about?
I said unmute yourself.
Then you'll hear Hoop talking. He's sitting here talking.
Yeah, that's fine. We can hear you and Hoop go back and forth.
He said he agrees with Pinsack. He loves freaking Higo. He's over here just stroking the Higo. He said the same thing Pinsack said, too. He doesn't have to win. He just has to finish 49th. Like, I don't want people to finish 49th, Pinsack.
Yeah, but you're playing Bryson who's not going to make the cut.
You hate Bryson. I mean, what happened last year? How did he win this thing? Magic?
I mean, it wasn't the same course.
I mean, it basically was. I mean, it's a U.S. Open setup. It's a U.S. Open setup for the most part.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
All right, so
you weren't saying. I guarantee going into last year, you were saying the same thing, like, "Oh, you can't win a U.S. Open. The rough's so long." But you were saying that, weren't you?
Can't say I was.
Yeah, you were.
Well, there's no way you were on Bryson when.
Yeah, there's no way he was.
No, never.
Yeah, no. You and Snyder were definitely not on Bryson for that win. That's for sure.
Was that the week you won? You won the million, or is that a different time?
No, it was a different time. He finished like third the million week.
Oh, okay.
He was on the winner though.
He was on the win, and he was the reason I won for sure. He didn't get. Yeah, he finished third at the Players, another course that they said he couldn't do good on, like every course.
It's every course.
Every course. He can't do good on any course.
I want to find a course where everyone is in agreement that Bryson can actually.
It would have to be like the
course.
course like 10 minutes from your house, JSU, that you can just bomb it anywhere. Like that would be the course he could do good on.
This is what we talked about earlier, and let's ask Pinsack because Pinsack seems to be on the other side of Bryson. I don't understand how a guy can be so good at golf. He's always, 9, 10, 11K range in DK pricing. He's always got decent odds to win. Like, why is it that I feel like some people just don't like him anywhere, Pinsack?
I just think he just tries to hit it as far as he could, and I don't think his accuracy is the best.
What do you need accuracy for?
That's such a bad argument. They're all going to be.
How many wins?
None of them are going to be accurate this week. No one's hitting these fairways on a regular basis. They're all going to be playing out of the rough at one point or another. None of them.
Oh, for sure, but some more than others.
God,
you want the guys that are as accurate as possible.
Yeah, I mean, again,
I want my guy as long as possible, not as accurate as possible.
Is that JJ in chat wanting to get on the show?
Doesn't mean shit this week.
Who?
JJ.
What?
Who is it?
JJ.
Yeah, that's Dunkel.
Yeah, get Dunkel
my
on.
fave up top is JT. I forgot to say that earlier.
Who?
You like
Who is
JT? I want some
No, I
action
don't like
then.
him. Fade.
Oh, you don't?
Fade.
Yeah, I don't like JT. I don't think anyone really likes JT, really.
Okay,
Does anyone like him?
Nope.
He's just been so bad. Him and DJ have just been not good lately. I don't know how you could really play him. I mean, they just haven't been.
DJ definitely looked a lot better last week. I mean, I know it's still a tough course. I mean, outside of
DJ could be the guy that, I mean, no one's for sure going to play him. So, I mean, he could be the guy that, I mean, no one would be shocked if he played good and won. I mean, it's still DJ.
Yeah.
I feel like JT's one of those guys that I just, for whatever reason, you have those guys where you just rarely play. He's that guy for me. I rarely play him no matter what. So I get him on the down weeks, and when he does well, I probably don't do well. Like that's how it is with JT with me. Are we ready to pick some winners? If Dunkel wants to come on, Dunkel, let me know. We could use some Dunkel winners here because we're moving on to the odds portion of the show. So Pensac, pull up the odds because we're gonna need a guy at the top, like a mid-tier guy, and a long shot to win. So pull those odds up for us. I'll come to you in a second.
I'm on my phone, so hold on a second.
Yeah, I'll come to you in a sec. Don't worry. Uncle T, we're gonna come to you first though, because who's winning this thing? Give it to us here.
All right, I'm going with Rory McIlroy, 20-1 right now, maybe 22-1 on William Hill, but 20-1 I think on DK Sportsbook. I'm going with Rory McIlroy. Again, we can make our case like we have the last hour and a half for any of these guys, and clearly anything can happen. But I'm going to go upper tier, and I think the winner does come out of this upper tier. Maybe top 8, 10, 12 guys. It's a big boy course, and I don't see any of these guys down below realistically having a good chance to win on this track. So I'm going to go with Rory McIlroy. My mid-tier guy, I'm kind of torn. I got 3 guys in that mid-tier JSU that are between 60 and 66-1. And I will go with Gary Woodland. I had Rose and Scott in there as well that I liked around that same price, but my mid-range guy, I'll go with Gary Woodland. I think he could he has a realistic shot, I think, to possibly get in there and win a second U.S. Open. And down below, I don't think any of these guys, are going to get it done. But I'll go out on a limb, $7,100. I'll go with Ryan Palmer. But again, I don't think those guys have a chance down below.
Big T, I'm going to bring it over to you. So we got Rory as the winner for Uncle T. Who's the Big T winners?
Look at this guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of dudes that I like. Let me just go down the list. What do we got? Someone else coming on here?
Dunkel, he's already on. You don't see that good-looking mug with that hat?
No.
God, he looks good.
I mean, Anthony.
Like my golfer's log.
I don't see him. I only got the.
I mean, Anthony Wayne. I mean, come on.
I don't even see him still. I only have the YouTube video up. His mug hasn't appeared. There he is. I see him finally. Man, he looks good.
On a 30-second delay up there at Hoop's house. Get a better connection, Hoop.
No, it's very hurtful. I finally see him now though. So he's in there. Let's hear who he likes.
I want to be clear. I don't provide any actual value to this show.
Oh, stop with that. Pick winners. I posted a link last week where you picked the winner.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's always Patrick Cantlay or no one. So yeah, sure. Cantlay.
You better stick with no one this week then.
Cantlay.
So Cantlay's your winner? Is that the real winner?
Yeah, but it's not fair, JSU, because I pick Cantlay in every tournament. The only tournament he's won in the last year is when John Rahm gets COVID. So yeah. Doesn't
matter how you get to the winner's circle, Dunkel.
Right.
You still collect those tickets, right?
Right. That's right.
Just like on the workbench, JJ, it doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get there.
That's right.
You should have seen this guy Dunkel too, because on his Instagram, this guy posted a picture of his lady. Like, what'd you say the other day? I need to pull this up. I should send it to Simon. Like, he said something about his lady in the car, like how beautiful she was or something. And I need to find the
sometimes you just got to tip the cap of respect. JSU knows.
I know what he's talking about right there. It's something I rarely do. I'm sorry, honey, but something I rarely do. I mean, I'm just sorry. Seriously, Dunkel, if my girlfriend looked at your Instagram and your Twitter, it would just shame me. she'd be like, "Look at this guy. Look at all the nice stuff." And then you're holding hands.
hold
You're
on,
walking
let's-
through you're holding hands, walking through that field. One picture. I mean, she would.
God, I
kill
wish
me
I was
alone
at
for
home.
that.
I'd post that right now as my backdrop.
You make one comment on Twitter and people think you're the star of a Lifetime movie. I want to be clear, okay? You're just a one comment, and you move on. Uncle T knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Uncle T knows.
I have no idea what he's talking about right now. I'm just the worst. Tony, I don't think you know what he's talking about either. All right, so Dunkel, or Mr. I like my golfers long. Besides Cantlay, is there anyone else you want to give out? Anyone else that you like that you're going to bet?
So in honor of my guy Snyder, Brooks Koepka is a guy I'm going with my boy Snyder.
Okay. All right. So you're Talon Snyder here with Brooks Koepka. Yep. Or however you say his name.
Koepka. That's right. Uncle
There
T.
you go.
Koepka.
All right. DD Pensac, we got your winners up here.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Rom, he's winning.
Oh, you're picking freaking Rom? Oh, you going out on a limb, Pinsack? Dude comes on the show and picks Rom. Hoop is appalled right now, Pinsack.
He just got screwed last week. He plays really well at this course, and he's going to win.
JSU, you're the host. You can't let him just come in and pick the damn favorite.
I'm sorry, but
right,
this is a tough crowd right now, Pensac, but you can handle it. So we're not letting you off the hook on John Robb. You need to
you can't come on and pick Rom.
Morikawa.
There we go. What's his odds right now? Let me look. Let me see what we got here for Morikawa.
20-1.
20-1. Okay. Well, that's fair. I'm seeing 22-1. So take the 22-1.
I mean, a real man would just pick Higo to go back to back.
I'm going to laugh when he does.
All right, Big T, you got some winners for us?
Yeah, of course. I mean, well, besides Bryson at the top, because that's too easy. Let me go down. Bryson going back to back too at 14-1. But let me go down to actually the value range. Let's see who.
Lowry.
Freaking
got
Lowry. 40-1 for freaking Lowry. I mean, that is such a bad bet.
That's a steal.
But Justin Rose, 55-1. I definitely like him. Woodland, 66-1. I like that. But my guy, I said I was going to come back. Uncle T tried to ruin me. My favorite play of the week, without a doubt, is Adam Scott. 100%.
Yeah,
66-1.
Finally,
clearly my favorite play of the week. I love his form. I bookmarked him like 3 weeks ago. He played, I don't remember which tournament it was. He didn't even finish that great, but I watched him that day. He hit the ball so good. He turned the corner. He hasn't really missed many cuts. 66-1 for Adam Scott. Super cheap DFS-wise. He is clearly my play of the week. I like Wallace too. What's Wallace's odds?
There's always next week.
Wallace is
I'm 100-1.
Yeah, I like him too. So throw him in my bucket. But my official pick is Adam Scott.
150-1.
Yeah, I like Wallace at 150-1 too. Put him in there. But my official workbench pick.
Are you aware that Mangone also loves Adam Scott? Does that have any influence?
No, Mangone always likes the same guys because he likes winning money. Did he give out Adam Scott, really?
God,
let's go, Mangone. That's what we do. We pick winners, Mangone.
Ooh, Tony and Mangone. They've been locked arm in arm.
Me and Mangone have been locked arm in arm a little bit lately.
You guys.
Where is Mangone? Mangone, you pick winners.
All right, well, the winner is going to be Xander Schauffele. He's going to win this tournament, 16-1. I'm just going to take the winner of the tournament, locking him in all my DFS lineups.
That's just as bad as Pensac.
Don't worry about it, DD Pensac. It's going to be this week, okay? When was the last time Phil Mickelson won a tournament? Before he shipped it a couple weeks ago, baby. Let's go. So Xander's winning this thing. Let's see. I need someone. Justin Rose is 50-1. Give me Justin Rose at 50-1. I'm going to take some
guys. I love it. Woodland, Big T likes. He likes Scott. JSU likes Rose. You love to see it. This is good mojo. Got JJ on with his lid. You gotta love it.
Yeah, but I'm not on the Gary Waterland train, Uncle T.
Waterland? Who the fuck's Waterland?
Yeah, I'll take some Gary Woodland at 80-1 too. I think that's fine. I'll take that as well.
We tried to help correct JJ last night on the bet show, but yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you're gonna be the one saying it after he finds out. Look, any course with water.
Don't be bringing the bad mojo, Dunkel.
Yeah.
Keep me away from Gary Woodland. I wish you guys the best of luck.
Yeah, he's been playing pretty well. Let's not hate on Gary Woodland on this show. We've all had him. It's good mojo on this show. All right. We got Adam in chat. Adam, I don't know who you are. You work at DraftKings. I've never met you. He wants to come on the show really bad though. He's asked a few times. I mean, we don't just send this. I mean, it looks like we just send this link out like to whoever, but like Dunkel runs the bet side. So and then DD Pensack, he's been in the chat since we existed a year ago. So it's not like we just send this link out, which is kind of what it feels like, though. I will say. Tony,
I feel honored to be on the same show as Anthony Wayne and JSU.
It brings us back to football season.
Whoa, JJ, I'm the one that invited you last night.
You know what? You know what?
Can't even get a mention.
You know what? I'm sorry, Uncle T. I apologize. I did a show with you yesterday. I figured that counted enough. Let me add you into the mix. Happy to do a show with Uncle T.
I was getting ready to talk about how well you orchestrated that bet show last night. It was flawless, much better than Holden would have done.
You're not on the bet side. JJ gives out winners. He drops free winners in the YouTube channel all the time. Rump Your Bets YouTube. JJ, who was the free winner? I'm sure you gave one today. Who was the winner today?
No, took the day off, JSU. Much
Woo!
needed.
Discipline, they call that.
All right. You'll be back tomorrow?
Yeah, Joey hooked it up, though.
Oh, Joey hooked it. Oh, well, Joey Work gives out winners all the time. So Joey Work, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to the Rump Your Bets YouTube channel where they give winners pretty much on a daily basis. If it's not Dunkel, it's Joey Work, Spread, all the other guys over there. They're all giving winners. So that's it. Boys, anything else before we wrap it up? Uncle T, anything else?
No, nothing for me. DD, thanks for coming on. JJ, enjoyed it. Rory McIlroy is going to hoist the trophy on Sunday.
There you go, Uncle T. There you go.
Anthony Wayne, Niehaus. I mean, anything else from you?
Oh.
It's as simple as that, people. JJ, what's going on the bet side? Anything?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Snyder's PGA stuff's all over the site. The article, and of course, we had the video as well. Another fun weekend with UFC, tennis, and more baseball. And look, happy early Father's Day to all the pops out there.
That's how
there
you
you
yourself,
go.
JJ.
That's it. Yeah, happy Father's Day. Well, I mean, we're not there yet, but yeah, soon enough we'll be there. So, all right, that's gonna do it for DD Pensack, for
JSU.
I like my golf.
JSU. Hoop wants
Yes,
to
sir.
do another feed for just the members.
Okay, we'll be back. If you're a member,
We
we'll
might
be back
draft
for
we
you.
might just go pick a 4K team and put it in there or something.
Okay, so there you go. Big T's calling it out right now. Big T Hoop. We'll be back with you guys.
We got to
for
get
the
Dunkel to
members
do the
only.
link though, because we don't know how to do it.
Well, perfect, because Dunkel's right here. So
Yeah.
sorry, Dunkel, you're just roped into this. But
You see, Uncle T, I'm just like a side piece on the show. Like they're having conversations about me, and I'm on the show.
and that was the reason why Tony told Simon to let him in. I
It's
didn't
like
know
that.
why
It's
at
like when
first.
Holden and Joey Work were on the show for like an hour, and Holden was like, "Joey, what are you doing?" After he was on there the whole time.
All right. Well, for members, we'll be back for you guys. Give him the link. So we'll be back for you guys. The link will drop in the Discord chat. So if you're not in the Discord and you are a member, get in the Discord now. We'll drop a link soon once Dunkel has that ready for you. For me, JSU, Uncle T, Big T, DD Pinsack, and my man, Uncle Dunkel. We'll see you guys later. Good luck in your contest.